Assalamualaikum and good morning, good evening, or good night. It's the Shahrul. Today I will be presenting all about philosophy. First off, as a small introduction, my name is Ahmad Idin Rafiq from class 2K3. Introduction. Philosophy, derived from the Greek words philos, which means love, and sophia, which means wisdom, is the love of wisdom. It is the pursuit of knowledge and understanding about the fundamental aspects of reality, existence, and our place within it. Unlike empirical sciences, which rely on observation and experimentation, philosophy often involves critical analysis, logical argumentation, and reflective contem- contemplation. So, for the first branch of philosophy, we have metaphysics. Metaphysics is the study of the nature of reality, existence, and the universe. So, key questions for metaphysics are, are such as what is the nature of being, what exists beyond the physical world, and if we have free will or not. Notable philosophers that utilize utilize this method are consist of Aristotle, Immanuel Kant, and Martin Heidegger. For the second branch of philosophy, we have epistemology, which is the study of knowledge and belief. So, the key questions and notable philosophers: what is knowledge? How do we acquire knowledge? And what are the limits of human understanding? Notable philosophers include Rene Descartes, John Locke, and David Hume. For the next branch, we have ethics. Ethics is the study of moral values and principles. So, key questions of ethics are such as what is the good life, what actions are right or wrong, and how should we live. Some notable philosophers that use ethics consist of Socrates, Immanuel Kant, and John Stuart Mill. For our next branch, we have logic, which is the study of reasoning and argumentation. So, key questions for logic are what constitutes a valid argument, and how do we differentiate between sound and unsound reasoning, which is basically if it just makes sense or not. For notable philosophers, we have Aristotle, Gottlob Gottlob Frege, and Ludwig Wittgenstein. For our final branch of philosophy, we have aesthetics, which is the study of beauty, art, and taste. Key questions of art aesthetics include what is beauty, how do we evaluate art, and what role does aesthetics play in human life? Some notable philosophers include Plato, Friedrich Nietzsche, and Arthur Schopenhauer. Moving on to philosophical methods, first and foremost, we have the Socratic method, which is a form of cooperative, argumentative dialogue that stimulates critical thinking and draws out underlying assumptions. This method is named after Socrates, who engaged his interlocutors with probing questions. For our next philosophical method, we have the dialectic method, which is the process of logical argumentation that seeks to resolve contradictions and reach a synthesis of ideas. Uh, some notable philosophers who use this method are Friedrich Hegel and Karl Marx. Next, we have phe- phenomenology. Phenomenology is a method focused on the direct examination of experience and consciousness. It was developed by Edmund Husserl and expanded by Martin Heidegger and Maurice Merleau-Ponty. For our final philosophical method, we have analytic philosophy. Analytic philosophy is a method which emphasizes clarity and precision in arguments, often through form- formal logic and language analysis. Key figures in analytic philosophy include Bertrand Russell, Ludwig Wittgenstein, and W.V.O. Quine. Next, we'll continue with philosophical themes, first of which being existentialism. Existentialism, sorry. Uh, Existentialism focuses on individual existence, freedom, and choice. Some key thinkers, key philosophers, if you may, uh, include Soren Kierkegaard, Kier, Kierkegaard, sorry, Jean-Paul Sartre, and Simone de Beauvoir. Next, we have rationalism versus empiricism. Rationalism asserts that reason is the primary source of knowledge, while empiricism claims that experience and sensory perception are the foundations of knowledge. Some prominent rationalists include René Descartes, Baruch Spinoza, and Gottfried Leibniz. Some prominent empiricists, on the other hand, include John Locke, George Berkeley, and David Hume. Finally, no, not finally, we have next we have utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is an ethical theory that posits that the greatest happiness principle actions are right if they promote happiness and wrong if they produce the opposite. For example, if you were to buy a pet, that would increase your happiness, so it would be a right option. But if you were to, I don't know, uh, maybe cut off your family, it would be, it would, it would cause you great sadness, which, which would be a wrong action. Some figures include Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill. Finally, for our philosophical themes, we have deontology. Deontology is an ethical theory that emphasizes duty, rules, and obligations over consequences. So, the key figure of deontology is Immanuel Kant. Conclusion: the importance of philosophy is it encourages critical thinking, fosters a deeper understanding of the world, and helps us grapple with life's big questions. It provides tools for reasoning, ethical decision-making, and appreciating the complexities of human experience. By engaging with philosophical ideas, we enrich our intellectual and moral lives, contributing to personal growth and societal progress. That is all from me for today. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. I'm sorry if I got anything wrong had and if I misspoke. And that is all for my presentation. Thank you.